Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Good Girls Down Under. It is episode Lando Norris, so episode number 4. And should we just start off by talking about Imola, Lucy?
Oh, it was great. Lando was on the podium. McLaren are back. That's all that I care about. I mean, Red Bull 1-2 was like good too, but McLaren are back. Let's not talk about Denny. Let's not talk about Denny. We're not going to talk about that. But Lando is back on the podium. And that's all that matters.
Sam, would you like to negate that Red Bull comment?
It was more than great. Not just Red Bull's on the podium. It was a Red Bull 1-2. The first since Malaysia 2016? 2016? I think it was 2016.
2016.
Okay, I have got my dates right there. Yeah. Checo is the perfect teammate to Max. It's this duo that Red Bull's never had.
They just complement each other so well.
Red Bull has always had great duos, but the issue is they've always had great duos that have fought within each other. They finally got a teammate that is to Max. It's just like, yeah, he's the number one driver. I'm happy with that. I don't really care. There's no risk of them really crashing into each other.
Nothing like
true.
Danny and
Danny and Max.
Hey, well, there is still Baku coming up. It could change. It could change by then.
Rosberg and Hamilton.
Let's just not go there. Are we going to talk about Multi 2021 while we're here?
Multi 21. Oh my goodness.
Multi 21, Sam. Multi 21.
No. We love Mark Webber. I'm a Mark Webber fan.
I'm a Seb fan. I'm at the other end of that scale. I'm also a Mark fan, but Seb mostly. Anyway, hey Khalila, how'd you like Imola?
She's got a Red Bull shirt on.
She's got a Red Bull.
Did it really make you? Was it that bad? It made you change alliances. You've got a Red Bull shirt on.
She left
Ferrari fan hated it so much that she's got a Red Bull shirt on.
Well, instead of driver swaps, it
was a great race. The sprint was great, I guess. I'm at a loss for words as a Ferrari fan, but I just don't want to talk about that right now. So I'm just going to talk about George and how proud I am of how consistent he's been.
Consistency is key.
Consistency is key.
It is. Facts.
How is George doing so well when Lewis really isn't?
Yeah, hey, look, hey, Lewis. Hey, Zoe. That was Imola as a Lewis fan.
But I think you're forgetting she's also a Max fan, so I think it kind of like negates just a little bit.
I was going to say, there was a mix of emotions. I was upset because I don't know why Lewis is so far down compared to George, especially. Don't really know what's going on with Mercedes. They're very secretive, so they're not saying anything. But at the same time, I was so happy for Max. Like, so proud that whole weekend. Like, yeah, anyways.
He had a grand slam, didn't he?
He did. Won everything that weekend.
He had a grand slam on the race and a grand slam in the weekend.
Yeah, two
grand slam the whole weekend.
After each other.
After another.
Iconic moments. But yeah, I'm not really talking about Lewis and Imola right now because we are hoping for a better weekend in Miami.
Sorry, we're going to bring it up again though.
We're going to bring Imola up again to ask the Denny Rick fan how Imola was.
It was gut-wrenching. His sprint quali was so good and it was so wonderful to see him like fighting up there. But I feel like all the overtakes were done in the sprint quali as well. The sprint race.
Sprint quali, that's
technically it's right in a way.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Technically.
Because it's quali, but it's a sprint race, but it's a quali.
It's a race, but it's a qualifying, but the qualifying is already done, and the race is
actually
qualifying to set the base.
And place.
Sprint race quali, like honestly.
All of the above. But yeah, the race was horrible. It just hurt. But yeah, also like Lewis and George. I'm just sorry to bring it up again. But like, how can Toto say that it's an undrivable car when you have one of your drivers saying like
finishing top 5 each
Yeah.
race.
I have personally been thinking, are they without telling people, without telling the media, because they don't really do that ever, have they
Yeah.
been testing different things on the 2 different cars to see what
Yeah.
performs
Probably.
well? So in a few races time, when they find what is perfect for every different bit of the car, they can throw them all
They can
together.
combine them both together.
And
Yeah,
George
like especially
has just
with
been the
porpoising.
lucky one.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
with porpoising and downforce and all that. Because I know on like Danny Rick's and Lando's setup, they're obviously 2 different setups for both. I mean, most cars do have 2 different setups, but like trying to sort out which one's better for which track and which one's more
Yeah.
suitable for the car,
Yeah.
and like to fix those porpoising issues. But yeah,
And I mean, I feel
overall,
like most people, most people can agree, you can't win 7 championships just off a car. So
Yeah,
it's not
absolutely not.
Lewis not knowing how to drive, as people are thinking it is. There is something wrong. And so that's where my whole thinking of, are they testing multiple different things on the 2 cars so that they
But I
are
guess-
driving 2 different cars and one is undrivable, or what is going on there?
Yeah.
It does also show that the car does have like a big part in the championship for sure.
Yeah.
Because
It does.
Like, Lewis is still a great driver, and like he did get unlucky in Imola as well, in the way that he got stuck behind that like DRS train at one
Yeah.
point. Like,
That was.
Yeah.
yes, Sam.
Sam.
We just talk about how ruthless like the commentary and the graphics were at Imola. Plus 77 seconds,
Plus,
which is
Oh my
coincidentally
God,
Valtteri
that-
Bottas's number.
Nico
Yeah.
Rosberg
Nico
and his
Rosberg.
commentary.
Dude,
As he
was
tries to
on
overtake
fire.
Gasly for the 20th time unsuccessfully.
reminding everyone at home that Lewis and George are both in the exact same car, guys. They're in the
Yeah.
exact same car.
Yeah.
It was so unfiltered. I was here for it personally.
We
It was
love
quite
Nico.
entertaining.
Unhinged.
Nico
Yeah.
So
in the
many
commentary
people
box.
have been hating on Nico about his washed up, his has been. I don't care. He's added just a little bit of spice to that commentary box, and I'll happily have it. He can just destroy every driver he wants. I'm here for
It's
it.
just entertaining.
Mhm.
It's kind of like having me in a commentary box. Just
Oh,
unfiltered,
imagine
just
Sam in a
sits.
comment-
Just
Imagine Sam in a commentary box.
We need
To make
that.
that happen.
We need that.
Also, yeah,
I'd love
Max
to see that.
lapping Lewis.
77-second gap. That was ruthless.
Yeah.
What is the 2022 season is insane.
Okay,
Lewis
so
wins at
It
points.
is so up and down.
Max lapped Lewis, something I don't think anybody really ever thought we would see. It's just
Lewis
been like
got
a crazy
beaten
season.
by a Williams.
Yeah.
A Williams.
I do have to say though, would things have been different if they actually turned DRS on at a good enough
Yeah.
time?
Oh,
Because they
that's
turned it on
so
so
For
late.
so long.
There was no possibility to properly fight. I mean, you can't really pass on that track, first of all, and then second of all, when you have no DRS, there's no way to even reach the cars in front of you if you don't have that help.
Extra
Like
push.
with any car, you can't I don't even know if that made sense, that whole sentence, but like DRS helps so much, and we saw it with like all the drivers
Yeah.
that without it, they were all struggling.
Khalila?
I was saying that during the commentary, that was all they were talking about. How the race director wasn't turning DRS on. They only had turned it on until like lap 34, when clearly you could see from the like overview shots of the track that
It was dry.
some of the most of the racing line was dry, or the
Yeah.
other bits where the drivers could just work around and take like another racing line or something. It was
Yeah.
dry. So I don't know why it took them so long. It was paining me to see them go down that straight, not being able to overtake each other.
Yeah.
Like
bad.
they're not, like,
Drivers
okay.
were out on the wet line, off the racing line, cooling down their tires so early on.
yeah.
It was really obvious that the track was
Was ready
improving
for DRS.
so fast.
Yeah,
The
so
DRS could have come on so much earlier.
It's
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
FA are being over cautious now after all of the events like last year, like Spa
Yeah.
and things like that. And now they're like they're just like, which is good because it's like they're actually thinking a lot more about the driver safety, but it's also like, come on.
I'm
Do we
gonna hype-
think the 2 race directors getting COVID is karma?
That's what I was
But
just
not
going to
turning on
hijack the
DRS,
conversation to
So
say.
we've got Massey back this weekend.
Wait, do
If
we?
we
Is he
leave it-
is it
No.
actually?
Oh, so he's not back. No, because it's
They
only
won't
a
bring him
week
back.
quarantine.
I thought because the two race directors got it, and then of course he's third in line. If they're sick, he comes in for the race.
Oh, I thought he
There
got
were
kicked
rumors
out.
I don't
that
think
he
the
was
FIA will bring him back.
Fully
coming
like
in.
sick.
I think he got
kicked out
completely like
altogether.
a-holed out of
I thought
F1.
there was
I don't
only
know,
a week quarantine for like people, so even if they did have it, they'd still be able to come back for.
I don't know.
Miami.
It was rumors I saw. It was just.
Well,
gonna be
yeah,
quite
I
funny.
I would
reckon it
love
could
to see
be-
Massey come back just because I want to see the
Yeah.
chaos
win.
that would ensue
Yeah.
Lewis win with Massey.
from it. Sorry,
Oh, that's
Lewis.
weird.
I'm gonna give you back this win. Here, everyone else gets disqualified.
Disqualifying for
But I mean,
you.
it has been because
Thank
it's
you
only a
for you.
7-day quarantine, so I feel like they could be back.
Yeah, it was. They did
Yeah.
get it
And
last
honestly,
week. I think.
Like, I feel like America are the most chill with COVID at this point that they probably won't.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
But no, it was giving me calmer vibes when, like, with not turning DRS on, then all of a sudden both the race directors got COVID straight after.
Yeah.
Just made me laugh a bit. Yes, Sam.
You sad?
A moment of silence for L Plan.
Yeah.
He can't catch a break. Fernando Alonso cannot catch a break.
I want to give that man a hug.
So do I,
He's
but
just-
for other reasons.
It was weird. I don't even know what
Rising.
happened.
He was finally
just
coming up to the
retired.
top, and then all of a sudden, what? He's retiring? What?
Oh, then they showed the replay. I was
in
like,
the-
oh, he's got a
in the-
hole. How did he
No,
get a
in the
hole?
race. Yeah,
Oh.
the race. No,
Mick Schumacher
like-
happened.
I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Side pod, bye-bye.
I was like, what news
He's
did I
retiring.
miss? Okay,
Have we
he's
seen
clearly
any other
good.
car? Have we seen any other car this season lose their side pod other than an Alpine? Like,
No.
It's only Alpine.
No,
No.
yeah.
Because even at free practice in Spain, or was it Bahrain or Spain?
it was
Did-
one of the
Uh,
testings, wasn't
It was
it?
Bahrain.
Yeah, testing. That was like the whole thing came off.
Ocon's pink
On.
one
Yeah. Just
destroyed
Ocon's
itself,
pink
like
side pod.
disintegrated.
Oh my god, good times.
They're really trying to copy Mercedes with the no side pod look.
They
fully.
really are.
Okay.
Talk about that
Alex,
cooling package.
They took it that step further with the no side pod.
Spontaneous combustion. Goodbye.
Like you
Don't
can
need
take
it.
off as much paint as you want, or you can just take off the whole side of your car.
Yeah,
That is a
whatever-
great way to
whatever
reduce
floats
weight.
your boat.
Whatever
So
works,
fair.
works.
Okay. I just want to quickly mention Alex Albon's brakes just catching on fire, literally
Oh, yeah.
exploding. Like watching the replay of
Literally.
that was actually like terrifying in the qualifying of Imola.
But
Like,
it's the exact same
the-
thing that happened to Latifi's.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
weird and it literally I don't even know what happened or it literally just like exploded and there was so many debris on the track.
What I've noticed with drivers this year, with these new cars, new everything, they'll have a good race, then they'll have a bad race, then they'll have a good race, then they'll have a bad. None of them can ever catch a break and just have multiple good races in a row so far.
Okay, don't say that because I'm a Max fan and I am writing this. Reliability needs to be sorted. I can't take one in, one out, one in, one out.
How do
I mean, George Russell Charles Leclerc has had a pretty consistent season as
Yeah.
well.
There's
so-
only like
Charles has
3
just
drivers
had-
who have
It's only,
finished
yeah.
every single lap this season so far.
Yeah.
Everyone else either hasn't finished or has been lapped.
Charles has been blessed with good luck, good genetics, good racing luck this year, good car, good. Just
Hey,
good
hey, don't
Charles.
get too
He
ahead
is
of yourself.
Charles.
Can
We
just
haven't
have
gotten
a-
to Monaco yet.
Hey,
Yeah.
shh.
Let's not talk about Monaco. Please don't jinx it. I'm touching wood right now. I'm not talking about
I'm
Monaco.
sorry, but
ahead
as
of
soon as
the
I
race.
open my mouth on something, that's gonna go
I'm
south.
not talking about Monaco.
We
ahead of
also
the race.
Carlos again
No.
out on lap 1.
Carlos
Oh,
again. Danny
We
Ricks
just-
colliding.
See, his
just
dad
wanna
is a legend
see-
on gravel. Unfortunately,
there
it is the
gravel
bane
at
of
Miami?
Carlos Jr.'s
Yeah.
existence.
And Carlos walking towards the car and the marshal diving
Oh,
to pull him
yeah.
away.
Oh, how
I
funny
saw
was
that.
No.
I
That was
just,
so funny.
I felt
Carlos,
so
F1
bad.
troll.
Where was Carlos even trying to go?
No idea.
I don't think he was just looking. I
I
don't
think
think
he
he
was
was
just
trying to
walking.
go towards the cars, but I think he was just going to go straight and then like turn. But
Yeah,
the
I think
guy
he was
got a
probably
little
like,
bit
look-
too terrified.
There's probably like
and
tears in his
something.
eyes, and he was like getting a bit lost.
Probably a
Yeah.
bit dizzy as
Disappointed.
well from spinning.
Oh, possibly the dizziness would also be a factor. He
Yeah.
did the wall.
He was probably like winded or something.
Can we though talk about how Danny Rick, even though I don't know if he wanted to, even though he didn't want to apologize.
He said it was like the worst thing he's ever done.
Yeah,
I do
Even though
think
he
he was
didn't wanna
joking
do
a little
it,
bit.
Yeah, who knows?
I do
But
think he was
even if
joking a little bit.
Even if he didn't
Yeah.
want to do it, he still was the bigger person and went and
Mhm.
apologized because he knew what had happened and he
It's
knew it was
just-
better.
Yeah, being part of a great
great
sportsman as Danny Rick. Yeah.
The amount
Love
of people
Danny
who
Rick's
are
sports
sending
mission.
Danny hate
Yeah.
over what was
People
in
crash
the end
all the
literally
time.
a racing incident. It was wet weather and he
Yeah.
slipped off a curb.
Yeah.
That wouldn't happen if
Toto,
it wasn't wet. Like what?
It's called a motor race.
Yeah, like
we went car racing.
McLaren content on Instagram posted a video of all the hate comments. I don't know if you know who that is, but it's Lizzie.
Yeah.
And it's just insane. Like after one race or like one bad quali or anything like that, the drivers get so much hate. Like Lewis has gotten so much hate for, finishing below George and all that.
Lewis has got
Okay,
so much
big
hate for
deal.
existing at this point.
Yeah.
Lewis
Like, they're
can't do
just
anything.
I'm
they're
just gonna
human.
bite my
at this
tongue here.
point.
Well, like
Max is the
it's
same.
like,
yeah.
I don't get the point behind all the hate. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's never
no
any point to it.
No
I
point in
don't
it.
get it either. These people, like the drivers, are risking their life. Like you cannot say they're not with the sport that they're in.
Exactly.
For like obviously they love it, but it's also for our entertainment. So don't come at them when they do something that you don't like.
Literally, if there was
Yeah.
no
Well-
viewers of the sport wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
There would be no
Exactly.
point to it because all of a sudden sponsors aren't going to want to sponsor because
Yeah.
no one's seeing it.
Also,
It wouldn't
one
exist.
crash doesn't mean they're a bad person. 5
No.
crashes in between 5 races doesn't mean they're a bad person. It just means they need to
Less
work on
dedicated
themselves.
as
It
a
doesn't mean they should, I don't know, like whatever people are saying online. I'm not saying stuff that people are saying online, but it doesn't mean they should do anything bad. They just need to get on that simulator again and work on their tactics a bit.
Everyone who's
because-
leaving them hate. I just say, how many assists do you have on in F1 2021?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's your damage like? Have you completed a full distance race?
What's your AI?
No.
Tell
What's
us.
And what's your
your
Is
AI?
it on 20?
Do you leave the weather as clear or do you leave it as dynamic? I just want to know that.
Have you ever finished a race at Monaco?
Me? No.
Ever finished a lap? at Monaco?
Guys, I actually have funny. Can I just tell a little funny story? The first time I played Monaco with the wheel, I actually didn't have it on flashbacks, so I had to complete the whole race.
Oh my, that's impressive.
I did 100% race of Monaco.
That's
I came like 13th or something, but I finished.
Nice.
First
Yeah,
time
look,
I attended.
never finished a lap at Monaco.
Yeah, neither have I.
It was
I
don't
just
think
get
I
frustrated
don't think
and
I
lose
can
my
do
front
this.
wing, and then of course you can't finish a lap at Monaco without a front wing.
That's-
It
oh,
just doesn't work. But I did
cool.
successfully finish my
Or
first
without
try at
hitting track
Baku.
limits.
I was
Good
like,
job.
whoa, I finished Baku. But every time I got to the castle, I was like, oh no, oh no, oh
I
no,
love the castle.
oh no, oh no.
Guys, my praise for Yuki from last time's episode is working. From Poly P16 to P12. Oh wait,
Yeah.
Poly P16, and then he went to P12 in the sprint, and then P7 end of race result.
Yuki is flying.
I'm
Talking about
happy
Yuki,
for him.
I
Go
want to see
Yuki.
Yuki, Mick, and Joe just shine this year. At some point this year, I just want to see
Yeah.
the 3 of them shine
Yes,
their way.
I
up.
actually from like all the Oscar Piastri and everyone getting really angry and hating on Joe and everything. That was so like he didn't deserve that at all because no one had actually looked into his racing background and if he was a good driver or not. And I'm being hypocritical because I obviously really wanted Oscar in F1, but now looking at Joe and his performance, he's actually a really good driver.
Joe is
Yeah.
talented.
Hijacking that conversation. You said you want to see Oscar in F1. What about this whole driver swap thing?
That is
Oh
true.
no.
I am curious.
Just gonna hijack that because there's a few rumors, but Oscar is one of them. And I don't understand how much is there any fact behind them? But
I
Yeah.
haven't fully understood the whole driver swap thing at the minute. I think I'm
still
also
so
just
confused
ignoring
about
it.
it.
But
Don't worry.
I just don't 100% understand it.
I've
Are
heard
we-
I feel
like,
like it was just
KK,
like
are
a
we-
Spanish, like presented as like starting some stuff.
then didn't
Yeah.
Ted say something about it as well?
But is
Oh.
that only because of Spanish
We all know my
comment,
thoughts on Ted though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Ted mentioned something about a Spanish commentator, but I mean, I don't really know.
But like it started off with being, I think it was Latifi and Oscar,
Yeah.
and now it's gone Latifi someone else. It's gone
And then, like,
Alex someone else. It's
Danny
gone
Rose.
Nick
It's gone
someone else.
Pierre,
Danny and
Danny.
Colton Herzer, Pierre and Danny,
Yeah,
and I'm
and
like, what is
yeah,
going on?
Pierre
here?
and Danny,
it was
that
still
one.
Pierre
I'm
and
just
Danny
like,
and
what?
Pierre back to no, that wasn't driver swap. I was gonna say Pierre back to Red Bull.
I'd like to
That-
see Pierre.
I'm
at
sorry, I don't think
Mercedes.
Pierre's going back to Red Bull.
Me neither.
I feel bad for Pierre if he goes back because we know
Mm.
what's gonna happen. He will be
I
second
don't.
driver and he won't.
I'm sorry, that man is dumb enough to have that
Yes.
much loyalty to a team that completely a-holed him out of the seat.
Yeah.
That man is so dumb. Like, cut your ties, go elsewhere.
I
They
wanna
don't
see him at
deserve you, go
Mercedes.
elsewhere.
I don't think he has elsewhere to go is the problem.
Yeah, I
At the
think.
moment.
Yeah.
To be fair, he hasn't helped himself that much with the amount he's spoken out about Red Bull
No.
and
Talking
Checo.
about Red Bull, Helmut Marko.
Oh my
Does
god, that man just
he
needs to shut his
know
mouth.
how to just stay silent for 5 minutes? That is all I have to say from
No.
Imola.
Someone get the
does
leash
he
back
know?
on that man.
What did he say
Someone
again?
fire him.
He
He-
said
What is he?
Something about
He
I
should
don't
have
pay
stopped
any attention to what that man says. I don't take it in.
Yeah, he
should have stopped
last
last year.
Like that man should have stopped like 10 years ago. Isn't he on
Yeah,
borrowed
he-
time?
Yeah, shouldn't he be retired already?
Retired? I was gonna go. He's on borrowed time, I think.
And with that,
We-
shall we talk about Miami?
Miami.
New
Let's
track.
talk about it.
Mine.
Track.
Fake water because standing water
water.
will attract. It's because I figured it out. It's because standing water attracts and breeds mosquitoes. They have people paying thousands and thousands of dollars to sit on those yachts that they can't risk those getting bit by mosquitoes.
They can
Because
pay me
otherwise they'll get a
thousands of
bad rep.
dollars.
I still
No one's
don't
They're
understand.
getting more of a bad
Monaco.
rep for stupid fake
No one's
water.
complaining about Monaco. The mosquitoes in Monaco
But
No,
Monaco
Miami's
is
standing
moving
water.
water. It's not standing still
Oh.
water.
because it's real.
It's real
not-
ocean
it's not a lake,
water
it's
and
not
it's
a pond.
moving.
Real
It's-
ocean water, not
Miami
not
is
a
quite
fake
literally
marina.
in a car park.
Not a fake
I
marina.
never understood that. Why? I remember seeing the photos. I think it was in the group, like our group, and I was like, "What? Where are the boats going? What's the point of the boats? What are the boats doing?"
It
My
is just
thing is,
a look.
why did they put real boats in there? Why couldn't they put fake ones?
People
They
want to
put
buy this.
But
real-
how are the boats can't be like? How are the boats? How does a boat sit? Like,
The
is it sitting
boats-
on a trailer?
They're sitting. I think they're sitting on stands, and then they've got the floor lifted up with the fake sticker water on top. And then apparently there was rumors that they were going to put a bit of fake water on, but I don't think they are anymore because,
Oh my
of course,
God.
there's what's the point? They're
It
just
just
wasting
it
water at
looks
that
so
point.
fake. Whoever
I
designed
can't wait
them,
to see
I'm
it.
sorry.
You know
But
that
I wait to
whole
see it like
like,
on the broadcast.
So fake.
oh, I want Monaco. No, we have Monaco at home. Monaco at home. Miami.
Yeah.
Literally.
So stupid.
I
But
I
someone
don't know
needs to
how
go
this
call
weekend is gonna
Antonio.
go. Yes,
Someone needs to go make
please.
Antonio walk across the fake water.
Please.
Yeah. Also talking about Monaco, it's got like a 1.2 kilometer straight. So how do we think the poor?
You mean Miami?
Sorry. Yep, Miami. Monaco doesn't even. Yep. Yeah, Miami.
I think Max is going to do okay, and Ferrari, I am not sure. Just with
Yeah.
the porpoising of the
Yeah,
What about
bouncing.
Mercedes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've pretty much
Mercedes.
I'm done talking about Mercedes. I
I've
don't
pretty
know
much
what their
just-
car's going to do, but apparently they're bringing changes. They are apparently
I don't.
apparently. I don't know if they had decided not to. There was there were sorry, there were things saying they were, then they weren't, then they were, then they weren't. I think they may have made a few, so we shall see. I hope they have, because I'm a bit tired of seeing double digits for Lewis right now. I love that man, but double digits are only good for a 44, not for
Have
a
you seen like the they're driving the W13th at best?
The what?
Have you seen the memes where people are saying so it's the W13, but they've gone, oh, they're driving the W13th at best. They've put 13th at
I-
best because which is how low down it is. It's
I
ruthless.
understand.
The memes
I
are top
understood
tier.
the joke.
I'm
glad.
Good for you, Lucy. I'm
I
glad you
understood.
did.
Okay, I just want to play a guessing game with everyone. How much did you think in Australian dollars 2 tickets for a Grand Prix like in the stand at Miami was?
Wasn't
Two
it like
tickets, like
$6,000 or
$1,800?
10,000 or something? Not
6,000.
10,000.
2,000.
Okay, Sam.
No, 1,800 for 2 tickets.
Okay, for 2 tickets. Zoe.
Wasn't it 6,000? Or no, 6,000 or like 12,000 or something?
Yeah, Khalila.
I'm just gonna guess 8,200.
Lucy.
6,000.
It was $7,000 for 2 tickets for 2
That's
grandstand
insane.
tickets.
Yeah, and there
let's
was
go.
500.
there was like
Everyone, let's go.
80,000 tickets released.
yeah. Let me
And they
just-
sold out
yes.
in like 40 minutes. 40 minutes.
It's insane.
Can we talk about
Have
if
you
that's
guys seen,
grandstands, what were paddock passes?
What's his?
Yeah.
Is it Rocket?
Probably close to my
Mohawk?
student loan.
Have you guys
What the
seen?
hell?
Is that his name? The
Oh, the guy
TikToker?
who sits in the car.
Yeah. Have you guys
Yeah.
seen his
He's
videos
so
about Miami? And
Yeah.
Luke's as well. They're both so funny.
Yes, they're
Like just
so good.
taking
They
the
go
piss out of Miami.
because
I
it's
feel-
literally so true. Like a general admission pass was like 500 Australian dollars. A general admission park for the Australian Grand Prix was, I think, 150.
Yeah.
How much did your
So-
guys, you 3 that are going to Singapore, what was your 3-day? I guess,
Even
did you go
cheaper.
3 days?
It was
Grandstand?
$295
$290.
Australian.
Yeah, so cheap.
For a 3-day grandstand.
Yeah.
It's oh my gosh, it's gonna be cheaper for you guys to fly over there and go to the Grand Prix than it would be if
Than it
you
would be.
even lived in Florida.
Yeah. Like,
That's
and
it.
the AusGP, like I think Singapore, we've got like one of the cheaper grandstands though. Like
Mm.
even the AusGP, I think like a 2-day grandstand pass at the AusGP was 460, and that was
Yeah.
at turn 12.
My
With
turn
saying
one
that,
was 500.
Yeah.
with
So,
saying
yeah.
that, we're saying we have cheaper, like one of the cheaper tickets for Singapore. We do have a great view though.
We do.
Oh, we do. I'm so excited.
Like it's gonna be good.
Silverstone was cheaper than Australia as well, actually. I think
Wow.
the Australian GP is just pretty expensive as well because of like, I don't know, just how
Hey, well,
because
it's
the
just-
first
it
year
was
back and trying to
just-
bring those funds back in.
yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
They had
Um,
just
my-
done track upgrades as well.
Like, actually, no, Silverstone. I've gotten myself confused. My 3-day grandstand was £400, and if
Which
you
is
know
like
the pounds
$800?
to Australian dollars, it's
It's double. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
800.
$800
No,
bucks.
well, technically it's still pretty good. Like $800 for 4 days,
3
3 days.
It's not that bad. What are your flights? That is the kicker.
Yeah, let's not
What's your accommodation?
discuss that. A tent in the backyard at this point. Let's not. If anybody wants to let me stay at their house in Silverstone, please let me know.
Yeah, any English
on your
viewers?
friends.
Lucy needs a place to stay.
Please.
Hey, Karen.
She's desperate.
She's a really good person to have in your house.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was in a car with her.
Just don't let her near the cocktail. Don't let her near the cocktail shakers.
Don't let me near cocktail shakers.
She doesn't get
Really
sick
hurt herself.
often.
I'm definitely never sick.
No, never.
I'm just
doesn't
there for a
injure
good time.
herself. No, she's doesn't drink that much. She promises.
She's very quiet.
I'm
She
really
keeps
quiet.
herself.
Not at all loud.
Doesn't
no.
yell.
No.
No.
You know,
She's a whisperer.
Nothing.
She
I
doesn't
whisper
have
and-
lots of
I whisper.
hats.
I won't bring my hat collection.
No, never.
Oh, you should just build a new one there.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just turned into a Lucy slander.
This is just an Lucy slander. Is it
But
my
it's
episode
like
this week,
that
guys?
episode.
It's just like subtle Lucy slander. It's,
It's
not
so-
even like
I'm
Do we want to
participating.
change it from not subtle?
Come on. What do you got to say, Sam? What do you got to say?
oh,
It's not.
pick on a new
Oh.
person, Sam. Pick on someone your own size, yeah?
Okay, Erin.
There's no one. There's
Ah.
no one else.
There's no one
is
your
as
own
tall as you,
size.
Sam. Mhm.
Close.
Isn't Lucy the closest to my height?
Yeah, I am.
I'd
So
say
in
still
theory,
pretty
I should be
far off.
bullying her.
I am taller than Luke, Sam.
That's not hard.
I'm taller than Luke, Sam.
That's not hard.
We are all taller than Luke, Sam.
I'm taller than Lucy and Sam. It's true.
Hey, are you at least taller than Yuki?
No.
I'm not kidding. Yuki comes up to my chin. I'm pretty sure
Yuki's
Yuki
my
comes up to my
height.
chin.
I'm pretty sure we are the same height. So-
Oh.
Hey, you enjoy
You
like
guys
I'm the
would be besties. You'd be good besties.
Yeah, you are.
Someone Photoshop.
Pierre and
Yuki right
Yuki,
now.
by the way, love them on Yuki's recent post. Pierre commenting cute.
I thought
Bromance.
you
And
said
then
Erin and
Yuki
Yuki on
commenting
Yuki.
you
Best
too.
duo.
What are Pierre's post notifications like?
He's
I
got
think
his
he's everyone's
on.
notifications turned
Yeah.
on.
He's got them
Every
all
explore
turned on.
page
You
photo
remember
of
like
an
a while
F1
ago?
like
You remember a while ago when that thing came out that was like, I don't know if you guys did this, but when it came out that Instagram wasn't going to be putting like photos in your feed in chronological order, so everybody went and like put their friends' post notifications on. That's Pierre, and he's still got all the post notifications on.
You should
Yeah,
do
oh
it
my
for
God.
absolutely everyone, everything.
Literally.
Can we
Who
talk
was
about
it?
Pierre
I
and
think Pierre
his?
would be such a funny guy to be on a podcast episode. So
Yeah,
Pierre,
if
Yeah.
you're
if
listening.
you're
I feel
watching,
like he'd
bring
get
us
so confused.
Pierre, if
I
you're
don't-
listening, please come on the
You
Good
are
Girls
aware I
podcast.
did just call Pierre stupid like 5 minutes ago, right?
Hey, can we
No,
just
It's fine.
can we just talk about Pierre and his photo drop the other day?
Photo
His big
dump?
photo dump.
Yeah, everyone
and the
else
thirst
preparing.
traps he's been posting on Instagram.
That man is killing us.
That man and Lewis.
He's going on.
Someone
That man
asked,
is killing you.
Is She Loves F1 okay with all these thirsty Thursdays? Like,
Literally.
how's
It's
she
not even
doing?
Thirsty Thursday anymore. It's Thirsty existence.
Every day. Thursday
every
every
day.
day.
Yeah.
Honestly. And
If you wanna come
Pierre's
onto the
taking
thing.
over the celebrity world.
The Pierre effect that
The Pierre effect.
the Met Gala.
Yeah,
At the
that-
Met Gala with
Yeah.
Wasn't a look.
Yeah.
Wasn't a look, but it was a great meme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you want to come onto this is my my proposal for Pierre. I've got the hat. We're down under. Welcome. That's all I've got. Pierre,
Yeah.
please.
Please ring us up. Please
Okay.
let us know.
I'll just keep the hat on like this for the rest of the
We
episode.
want.
I don't even know how to
on the
do that.
podcast. Guys,
Caution
not
Audi
everybody
join
can-
F1, by the way. Rumors.
What?
Oh yeah,
right.
the Audi.
Caution
and
Audi.
Yes,
Caution
apparently
Audi.
it's now
Yeah.
been
Join F1
confirmed.
Yeah, I think it's been somewhat confirmed.
Somewhat
Yeah.
confirmed.
I
It was
think
on
the
Because
official
they got-
information is
They
June.
got the green light from their parent company Volkswagen, and rumors that Porsche are going to work with Red Bull, and it's going to be a Red Bull Porsche or
That'll be
something.
the engine suppliers.
It's
What
like
did I see? I
was
saw someone
my team career
McLaren.
mode.
Audi
Yeah.
McLaren.
yeah,
Audi.
that's Audi and McLaren.
It's-
Audi, McLaren, or like with Aston Martin, something like that. There was something about that,
It's all
but
yeah.
that's going to be interesting.
Wait, if Audi
Literally out of
takes
my team career
McLaren
mode.
and Aston Martin,
No, not both, not both. Like one or the other. But I'm not sure.
it'll probably be McLaren.
Yeah.
Although knowing Lawrence, he's a real businessman. He might
If-
snatch up that opportunity really early.
All I'm saying from a Kiwi's point of view, if Audi decide to work with McLaren, don't trash Bruce. That's all I'm saying.
Don't
Keep Bruce alive
live.
and living through
Yeah.
McLaren. Please and thank you.
That's
That's all I
That's
care
the
about.
only reason.
Bit
That's
late
the
for that.
only reason I have to like support wanting a Grand Prix in New Zealand. That the fact Bruce McLaren is part of McLaren's legacy and history.
Legacy. Yeah.
Literally.
I just want a Grand Prix in New Zealand because I
It's
want a Grand Prix in New
Oh,
Zealand.
it's so painful. It is so painful.
It's okay, guys. Just come to Australia next year.
If it was cheaper, that would be the greatest thing in my life.
Lucy,
But
did
it
you see the
costs me
photo
the
I
same
sent?
to go to the Australian Grand Prix as it will cost me to go to Singapore this year, pretty much.
Did you see
Okay,
the
that
photo
is
I
true.
sent in the group
Okay.
chat of what my student loan is sitting at?
We love student loans. We should all go to Singapore then.
Did you see the photo I sent in the group chat of my
I
student loan?
live so close to right now my home, so
Mm.
it's
Really close to Singapore.
convenient. But
Okay, how about Grid Girls Down Under? We get like this podcast like takes off, guys. Everybody watch this over and over again. You know, get us those streams up, and then we can just travel the F1 circus around the world. The
Yeah.
goal.
and share
Like the pit
content
stop
with
guys
everyone.
when they went to Imola.
Oh my
Dude,
gosh,
so
yes.
that was
amazing.
so
Praise
cool.
them so
The Pit
much.
Stop podcast is great.
Yes.
Oh, it's iconic.
I love them. They're so interesting. I feel like I'm them right now. I'm a Ferrari fan wearing a Red Bull shirt. Them with
They're
their
just
wearing every single F1
Team
merch
merch.
available.
But
and
I
they're
love
so
the journey
funny,
of it all.
and
Yeah.
they're just booming right
They're so real with it too. They're
We're
like,
just
yeah.
so happy to be there.
yeah. And it's so
And
good to
with
see.
them- now. Their recent interview with Ollie, I was so proud of them. And then
Yeah.
with them getting on Sky and everything, and with them
So
just
good.
starting up the podcast, that's insane.
It
great.
Dream.
is.
And I love
The
how
dream.
honest they are. If they don't know something, they don't know something. They're not like
They'll
Yeah.
just laugh about it.
yeah.
No, yeah, exactly. Oh my god, I
love
get
it.
quizzed in my comments if I don't know something.
Yeah, no.
Literally.
Can we while we're here, can we just take a moment to say, frankly, that wouldn't happen because we're girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we don't know something, oh, watch
DTS
out.
fan.
Yeah, oh, watch
Yeah,
out.
Typical,
You only
typical
watch for the
drive
driver's
to
look.
fans.
We don't know F1.
This has been a really unhinged episode.
This
Yeah.
has
Really
been
has
really
been.
Has.
This has just been us
Yeah.
slandering
Everything.
everything and everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so
Pierre.
sorry.
Sorry. No, not sorry, Marco.
Okay, only you said something about Pierre. We all love Pierre.
Yeah, we said nice stuff
Yeah.
about Pierre, and
We
we
said
were
nice things about
we were
Pierre.
boosting his ego.
We were boosting.
Sam shouted it.
He was
We
humbling his
backhanded.
ego
everyone
from how much
tagged
he
him a
boosted.
million
Don't.
times. Everyone tag him a million times in the comments.
Oh, well, I guess I'm lucky Jack's not here, actually. Her favorite
Yeah.
driver's
Yeah.
Pierre.
Yeah.
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 Jack, I
Should
love
we-
you.
Speaking of which, we discussed our Imola. Imola already happened. Our
Our
Miami,
Miami predictions.
predictions. Shall we?
You know-
Miami.
Okay, let's go Erin first.
Oh no, I was about to say.
I'll
let's-
read out Jack's for her.
Okay. Okay, read out Jack's first.
Okay.
By the way,
Jack,
hold on. Oh, okay.
as we all know, she loves her third one to just be something random and a bit crazy. So she's got a Ferrari 1-2 with Carl's.
I love that.
Oh,
Are we,
I'm not on
is
it
he- are we
today.
manifesting him not losing, so we're getting rid of the loss in his name?
It's actually it was
Oh,
Charles
good one.
first. It was actually meant to be Charles first, Carlos second,
That was a
and
good
Seb third. Things we want Seb on the
If
podium.
that happened with Seb on the podium,
think
I
I'd
would
try.
die happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care who
Literally.
wins the season. Put Seb on the podium, and I don't care.
Okay, who's next?
Okay.
Erin.
So I haven't thought about this at all. So okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I said okay way too many times.
And you keep saying
Okay.
okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, guys. P3. Danny Rick. I want to have Danny Rick third. I want to see him third. Okay. I want to see him third. Lando did it last week. He's going to do it this week. P2. Lando. That's right. McLaren 2-3. I said what I said.
Okay,
I said what I
which
said.
of us are you about to disappoint, me or Khalila?
Yeah.
Think
It's
about
good.
the
It's you,
straights.
Max. It's you, Max. It's you, Max. It's you, Sam. I've actually got Carlos as P1.
Oh,
I
I'm
think-
happy.
Yeah,
You've got like
I-
the most unlikely top
Yeah.
three.
Yep, yep. That's okay. You know what? I
Hey,
changed it now. I
anything's
changed it
possible.
now.
Anything's
Yeah.
possible.
Sam,
New
maybe
track.
doubt it.
You never know. You never know.
Okay, no, legit podium. Max P3, Charles P2, and Carlos P1. That's my actual
Solid.
prediction. I'd love to see Danny Rick and Lando up there, but probably not gonna happen. So
You
yeah,
never know, actually.
if you know what,
We all know that America does unlock something different in Danny.
that's
Yeah.
factual.
True.
If it does happen, Sam, I want when you're editing this, please put my first prediction first. If Danny Rick gets up there, okay, cool, thank you.
I don't
So
edit
yeah,
this.
quick
Zoe, if you're editing
Quick.
this,
shout out to Sam for all of our amazing graphics.
Yes.
and things
Edit
recently.
Sam.
everything on her Instagram. Props to
Okay,
her.
so-
The queen of the Grid Girls Instagram.
for me, she's right here to my left. So
She's
right here
she's
to
on my
my
left.
left.
So
Okay.
okay.
All
Look at her
left.
getting all embarrassed,
I
guys.
don't do
Send more
compliments.
love.
Stop.
Okay, we will stop the compliments and I will talk about my predictions for Miami. I'm thinking it's a long straight. And if Red Bull, actually, I'm not going to put Max first because Max and his reliability. So I'm going to put Checo first.
Okay, I'll take that.
I'm going to put Checo first.
And
And
Checo win would be
if,
great.
if he finishes, Max second. And you know what, Erin? I'm going to agree with you. And I'm going to put Denny Rick P3.
Wow.
I like it.
That is my
What a
unhinged.
day for prediction.
Khalila, what are yours?
Mine? I need to think about this.
yeah,
P3, everyone. I'm gonna put George Russell just
Oh, I
because
forgot about
I
George.
just
underdog.
I don't know. I don't think he will get P3
How
just
can you forget
because
about
of the
George?
long straight and the porpoising, and then we're just not sure about Mercedes at the moment.
The amount they're going to porpoise,
P2.
he's going to like try and bounce his own way up there.
Like a
Yeah.
kangaroo.
Bouncing around,
P2,
bouncing.
I'm gonna go. Oh my days. P2, I'm gonna put Max. Oh my god, I really don't know. P1, I'm gonna go Checo.
Oh my
Ooh, did you just
goodness.
not put a Ferrari on the podium?
Yeah.
A Ferrari
Yeah.
fan is really dropping the Ferrari.
That Red Bull shirt has really taken over. It's like
Yeah,
venom.
it has.
It's just taken over.
I'm just trying to
Khalila.
make a good prediction. I'm not being biased towards my team. I'm thinking about the track. And I hope that I'm
I'm
going
thinking
on
with
the
my
right
head,
track.
not my heart.
Well, if you're not going to be biased to your team, I'm going to be biased to my team. No, I'm kidding. I've actually thought about this.
Okay.
I'm putting Max on top. Not because I'm
Bold
biased.
of you to assume he's going to finish the race, Sam.
No, now that I've said
His
that,
streak.
he's probably not going to finish or it's not going to work. My prediction of Max on top is just purely based off Jeddah. You know, how close Max and Charles were there and the fact that he finished the race. So, being that it's a street circuit,
That's been a
I'm going with
3 for 2
that.
thing.
yeah. Second, purely based on Jeddah, I'm going Charles.
Yeah,
If it's not Max on the top step, it'll be Charles. If it's not Charles on the top step, it'll be Max.
that's pretty much how the season's going to go.
That's
at
how
this
it's
point,
gonna
I
go.
think.
At this point, anyway.
It's
And
gonna be a
P3,
nice-
it's
Dun,
Chico.
dun, dun. Ooh.
Checo.
I was gonna put Carlos,
I was waiting for Carlos, if I'm being honest.
but
I could
It-
see you saying it.
I am torn. I am torn. But I want it to be Chico.
Battle
P3.
of the Seas.
I
It's
think
just,
I feel
just to
like
get him on that podium after he missed out. You know,
I really feel like Ferrari's porpoising is like what's kind of killing them. Is
that
gonna
and gravel
kill them.
traps for Carlos.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Is there
there's
any
no
gravel
gravel in
traps?
Miami, so
Yeah.
No,
actually
there is no
it's
gravel
great.
traps, to be
There's
fair.
no gravel in Miami. There's fake
I
water,
forgot.
but there's no gravel. Maybe they'll have like fake rocks as well. Maybe it'll be like foam and like rocks.
Wouldn't that just be a styrofoam board?
Styrofoam, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Zoe,
God.
No rocks.
tell us
Okay,
your
Okay,
wins.
okay. Zoe, are you going to put a Mercedes
we
on the podium?
want-
Are you going to talk
do
about
we-
Mercedes like you said you weren't?
Do we want my realistic or my dream?
Well, we've already
Sorry.
had Erin's dream and her
We'll
realistic,
go-
so
we'll
let's go
go my
both.
dream
Los Monsters.
podium. Lewis P1 just shoots it out of Miami and is amazing and is Lewis. Not saying that there's other races he hasn't been Lewis, but we're not.
It's
talking
all
about
that
the other
energy he
races.
saved because he didn't go to the Met.
Okay, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about the Met. We're talking about my race predictions. The Met can be for another moment. Lewis P1. Okay. Pierre P2. Magnussen P3. Don't know why.
I
I
love
just really
Pierre.
want
This
them on
is the
podium this year.
randomest podium. Zoe is wilding right now.
I will happily take K-Mag on the podium.
I
Realistically,
think we
though.
all would,
Please.
but
Okay.
Realistically.
Realistically.
Max P1 would make me very happy.
No. Would it, Zoe?
Yes, it would. It would. If I can't have Lewis up there this season, I can have Max. Or
Yeah,
I
that's
wish I
fine.
could have both, but apparently you can't have the best of both worlds.
Mm.
right
Gosh,
now.
you're such a
No.
you
glory
got that.
hunter.
You got that last year, okay?
I did get that last year actually. Last year was great. I loved last year. Anyways, back to my podium predictions, people. Max P1. I didn't think about the rest because I kept thinking about Pierre. And Kevin. Max P1.
Yeah.
We're just
Do we
gonna
need to name
shoot
the
for it.
drivers
Lewis
for you?
P2. Lewis P2. And Charles P3.
I'm here for it.
I have more of a
Okay,
dream than
let's
an
go.
actual bit of knowledge right now.
Thinking
long
back,
as-
I think I regret my prediction, but I've already said it. So,
What would you change?
George to Carlos.
I just feel
Okay.
like
I mean Charles.
Carlos is going to come out on a vengeance. I said that last week. Obviously,
I hope
Yeah,
he does.
I said that
do
last
happen.
week, and look what happened.
yeah,
Once
but like
he-
it did
deserves it.
happen in the sprint. He did
I feel
come
like-
flying past.
He also
Yeah,
did crash in
P10
qualifying.
to
Remember that.
P4.
But I mean,
Yeah.
as all the
then
drivers
again, who
have
did it?
said, but like as all the drivers have said, none of them are comfortable in their cars. So I feel like there'll be a few drivers once they're comfortable, drivers such as Carlos, Lewis, Danny, those kind of guys. Once they're actually comfortable in the car in a couple of races time, I feel like they will be flying. Once they can control it, once they know how the car actually races, they could maybe not podium, but get their way up higher than whatever.
And we
they're
know
doing right
how
now.
easily, not how easily, but how quick Carlos adapted to Ferrari in his first season last year.
Yeah.
We also just
Obviously.
actually completely glossed over the fact that Seb managed to drag his Aston Martin, the green tractor, into Q3.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
That
all
is true.
teams now have
So
points.
proud.
All
They
teams
scored
now
double
have
2022
points.
All
season.
teams now have points.
That's insane.
So good.
And everyone
like-
apart from 2 drivers have points, which is also insane.
Who doesn't have me?
Latifi and
Mick.
Mick.
Mick and
Oh,
Latifi.
And
Latifi.
technically speaking, we have to include Nico because he has driven.
Yeah,
That's
that
true.
is true. Imagine if we could include Oscar. Like imagine
Hey,
as
hey,
much as I was like,
He gets to be included as soon as he drives in a race.
yeah, I know.
So
but
who's
like,
going to take one for the team and get COVID?
well, Danny
Hey,
did.
Lando, can you just like
Hey,
miss out on our race?
hey.
Hey, Bestie Lando.
Oh no, we've just
Wait,
had a World War
wait,
3.
wait, wait.
No, just for one race, just to let Oscar in, because
No. Fernando, I don't.
Ocon.
Just take a break.
Oh yeah, Fernando or Ocon. Not that we want anybody to have COVID.
Yeah, not yet.
no,
No,
I don't want any of them to leave.
We don't want
I just want
anyone
Oscar to have a race.
Get
We
sick,
just want to see Oscar in an F1
Fernando,
car,
go
okay?
do like the Indy 500 or something. I don't know. Go race
know
another
what?
class. Do what
Actually,
you did in 2018.
If we can't see Oscar in an F1 car, can we see Oscar on the Grid Girls Down Under podcast?
Oscar.
Please.
Whoa,
This-
good
Just saying. We are all Australian and oh my god.
Kiwi.
We are all Australian and Kiwi, so
Feel free.
I think it's totally
Imagine-
right.
Imagine an Oscar Liam or Oscar Marcus on the Grid Girls
Oh my
together.
goodness, Yeah.
No,
Together.
forget that.
Chaos.
Zoe, what were we talking about the other day? What's the Supercars Dream podcast?
Oh my god, having a Brock and a Shane. Having a Brock and a Shane.
Yes, Red Bull
Having
Ample.
a Brock.
It's what we want.
And a Shane.
Not a
No,
Shane
the Shane. We want
Not a
the
Brock
Shane.
Shane.
The Shane.
We
The
want
Shane
the
Brock.
Shane or the Brock.
So
Also,
to Brock
an
and
interesting-
Shane,
listening.
if you happen to be
Let's
listening
just-
to this, would you guys like to be on the Grid Girls Down Under podcast? We
Yeah.
could split it. We could go Aussies talking with Brock, Kiwis talking with Shane, or we could do it all together. We would love you here. Thank you very much.
If you want the chaos, we come as a package
That
deal.
also goes to you, Liam and Oscar. If you happen to be listening,
We
and
do
Marcus,
promise,
And
despite
Marcus,
this
and
chaos that has
Marcus.
happened,
and
we do know
Rhea,
what we're talking
and
about.
Rhea,
And
my
Rhea.
picture's on your phone. My
Rhea.
picture's on your phone. I know. it's on
Yes,
your
Rhea.
phone.
We would also like basically just please, Rhea, Liam, Oscar,
Rhea,
Marcus,
Gabriel.
Shane,
Come on.
Brock,
We could
Daniel.
have a
Feel
party.
free to come on the podcast. You're
Daniel.
Daniel,
That's a dream.
Tuck him in
That's
there.
that.
Hey, Daniel.
Big there.
Well,
Then he-
Yeah, no.
Chuck Lewis and
the
Max in
DRI
there,
double
right?
C. If you are
Who's
listening,
down for like some random Among Us action, some random GeoGuessr, some random Scribblio?
just anything.
Just, you
Yeah.
know,
Anything.
if you want to
Don't
come and make some
forget-
chaos
Don't
with us.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah,
guys.
that too. Because
Like and
we're going to be
subscribe.
doing a lot of chaos there.
Are we just doing like paid promotions right now? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
You forgot the
Promote
paid part.
ourselves.
Promotions with no pay.
We've
with
just
nothing
been
paid.
just wanting everyone on the podcast, I think.
No,
Just
not
anybody.
quite everyone.
Honestly,
There are a few people we really
there's
love.
quite a few people that I want on this podcast.
That's
Am
the
I not
dream.
one of them?
It's
Yeah,
only
Erin.
really here.
Sorry, Erin.
Erin,
we
I don't want you
off.
here.
It's okay. I see how it is.
Actually, let's just
Hey.
talk about supercars. Considering supercars also happened over the weekend, let's just also talk about that for a second.
You guys are welcome.
Thank you, Sam. Everyone say thank you, Sam.
Hey,
Also,
I
I've
converted
still
them.
not hopped on
Hey.
the supercars train, but I'll
You
I'll
need
get
to.
Khalila.
Yeah, it's Khalila.
You're letting
us
That
I
is
down.
my goal, to make everyone.
I've just sip out
Once
of
you
your
become a supercars fan, you
Shelby
can't
power.
stop.
It's okay, I'm not wearing my Red Bull
Little.
shirt. I'm not contradicting myself.
I did actually read something interesting supercars related today about good old Shane, our bestie Shane,
Yeah.
apparently almost breaking a record for the most races won in a car, taking
Wow.
Just a little fun fact that I read.
Yeah,
Just in case you're wondering.
he's on another level.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's
I'm
really
beginning to
cool.
just like, he is the dominant Lewis of supercars.
He
I was going to
is.
say that Shane is the Lewis of supercars, and I am loving
Yes.
it. I am living
I love
for
it.
it.
Aren't
I'm
we
here
all?
for it.
I would like to
pretty
see
much
like
just all-
Brock
I
back
think-
up on the podium and getting wins, but
Yeah.
I'll happily just take Shane doing that.
Hey, both would be better
You both would be better.
if we can get both.
That Tassie one where it was a 1 and 3, 1 and 3, 1 and 2, 1 and
I'm
no,
still
really.
catching up.
that was so nice.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed
Don't
that.
spoil it, Sam. Me and Erin are still catching up on all the other Supercars.
Get with
matches
it, God!
this
You guys
season.
are so slack.
So sorry.
Hey, we've
I
watched the
watched
last
it
two.
live.
We've watched the last two.
The last 3. One was a night race and 2 day races.
Yeah, but like the
Oh,
last
Lucy?
two like weekends of
Oh,
Supercars.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
Lucy, you are aware there's multiple races per weekend, right?
Okay, I do know some stuff. I have to
I am
ask Sam lots of
loving-
questions.
Did you say
No,
something
I'm
as a
loving that
question?
you
No,
guys are
Brock,
getting into this
if you
finally.
do happen to be listening, Lucy had a question. What is the 93 from?
Yeah, that's my question for Brock.
And I
is-
couldn't figure it out. Well, I did,
what
but
is-
I didn't.
Where's your number come from?
What is the 93 in your Instagram handle?
Am I like your number 88, but your number 93, but your number 89, but you're 76, but you're 45?
What did I find it was from? It was from Enduro Racing, wasn't it? That I figured.
I don't know.
I was going to say,
I
is it,
found it
90,
on
is it
something, but I was so
93 from
confused.
a different era of racing that he
Or
did?
is it 39?
It wasn't super. Well, it wasn't 2021 Super 2 because that was triple A. Now he's the 88 because he's taken over WinCup's number.
Yeah.
Brock, don't be concerned. I haven't stalked you.
Has she?
I'm just gonna stop talking now.
Hey, Erin.
Hey Zoe. I think Sam is concerning me at the moment.
I think
I'm just
I
gonna
think
stop
Sam,
talking now.
I think Sam needs to walk away from a TV for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Walk away from the motorsport world just for a couple of days. Take a
I
breather.
think that's a fair.
Can you
call.
imagine if Sam had to go without motorsport?
I think she.
Oh my god. I don't
You guys want to see the
experience
death of
Sam
me?
without motorsport.
I'm the person who will go clubbing and have my phone in my hand with my
Sam
Matthew
goes
Stafford
clubbing?
phone case, watching F1 or whatever session's on.
Sam, let's just
Me.
stop you right there.
I'm going to a birthday party this week. I'm going to a birthday party
That
this
did not
weekend,
happen, everyone.
and there's W Series, there's Formula One. I'm
Ooh.
like, I'm sorted. I'm sorted.
Yeah,
What's
W
up?
Series
W Series.
on Sky Sport, everyone. Go watch
Yeah.
it.
I'm so excited to see Jamie Chadwick.
Sorry, and
Amy
speaking of
Chadwick.
Sky Sport,
Hey,
New Zealand
Legend.
Sky Sport officially has NASCAR back on it. My prayers were answered. They took it off and they've given it back.
Jamie. Jamie, if you're listening,
We love
we would
you.
also love you on the podcast.
On our podcast.
Yeah.
We absolutely
Oh my
What?
god.
love W
Naomi,
Series.
I
Love
know
everything.
I know Naomi is not a driver anymore, but Naomi and Natalie, I also love
Oh
you.
my god. They're iconic.
Natalie.
Can we just talk about those two
Natalie.
together?
Mm.
We
I
love
love
But
them.
W Series, so excited.
Oh,
So excited.
I'm so
I'm
excited.
so excited.
I'm
This year
excited to
will
see
be a good
how
year.
Jamie does with a new team.
Yeah,
That
Jenna
new
Racing.
team.
Jenna Racing.
Jenna
How
Racing.
is that
Things we
gonna
never
go?
thought we would see.
right?
But let's be
Well,
real, they just
here's
do
the
anything
thing.
for
I
money, but-
expected the Jenna family, not Jenna family. It's not the whole family. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
Janice.
the car Jennas.
The Car Jenners. I expected
Jenna.
Caitlin to go into motorsport because I mean she's always loved motorsport and all that stuff. That's been her vibe. But I never expected it to be the W Series. I don't know why. I thought it would be something like I don't know,
IndyCar, NASCAR.
IndyCar, NASCAR,
IndyCar.
motocross, something like that. I never
So-
expected W Series, so it's going to be
be-
exciting to see.
So this weekend there's the W Series, there's F1. What else is there on?
I don't think
At
F2 and
Miami.
F3.
I can't remember.
No, yeah. But,
My brain is fried.
Because F2 and F3 aren't back till Spain.
There's no supercars. There's no
Also,
Indy.
yeah, can we also just cry about the
Is
fact
there?
that we have to
Talking about Indy.
Pedo.
Oh,
Hello.
Hello.
God.
so proud.
Let me take this off. Bring this down.
There is NASCAR this weekend. Actually, there's NASCAR
Oh,
every week.
listen.
Oh my
I'm
god.
so proud. So proud. That was
So
such a
proud.
good race.
Let's turn this the
It was
other
a
way
good-
for an M for McLaren.
It was a
And-
good weekend for McLaren.
It is a W for
Oh,
Williams.
The
It's
perfect weekend for
upside
him to
down.
win on as well. Perfect win for McLaren. Oh,
All here is
Okay,
flag
there,
has just
Erin.
left
A
the chat.
flag.
She's turning the 3 into an M.
But she
Um,
turned it into a W first off, so she kind of
Yeah.
went for
A
Williams
W.
over McLaren.
No, it's for the W series.
well, now
And
it's
for
for
McLaren.
Now it's for Miami.
Oh, that's disappointing.
It's an M for Miami.
Anyway,
Hey,
back on track.
Wait,
Send me back on
quickly,
track.
I can't believe we haven't talked about teams having to strip paint in order to shed
Oh
weight
yeah.
off the car.
yes, Williams mentioning that they were going to
Yeah.
take the blue off their car.
Yeah, all of it.
Just
They
the carbon
wanted to take
fiber.
all of it. Yeah.
Straight carbon fiber.
What if they went back to their white livery? Because isn't white lighter than the blue?
Is it?
I think
Is it?
so.
I
I don't know. Any artists out there? Any car painters? Do we know the weights?
Do we
Weights of
know
paints?
weights? I don't know. Do we? What else? It's like McLaren stripping their blue off their
It-
livery.
It seems
I
to be
think-
the blues and cars this year that just aren't working well, which is very upsetting. Talking about McLaren, we
Ayrton
did
Senna.
just pass the anniversary of Ayrton Senna and his passing the other day, which is very sad. And we did also find out this morning that the lovely Tony Brooks passed away. Did
It's the
anyone want
end
to
of
talk
an
about
era.
that? Yeah, the end of an era.
Yeah,
Just
the
thought we
end of
mentioned
an
that.
era.
The last
Pay our
remaining winner
respects.
from the 1950s.
That's insane. That's insane.
So we're gonna take a moment for them and just
And
remember them as
everyone
well
we've
as
lost.
Yeah.
Ronald Ratzenberger.
Yes, I
Sorry
Oh
if
my
I
God.
butchered.
wasn't ignoring the name. I just can't say his name.
Yeah, I tried, and
Yeah,
I'm sorry if
no.
I said it wrong, but I tried. That was a tragic weekend, and we wish it never to happen again in this era of Formula One. But it's racing and it's Formula One.
Mm.
But-
It is a sad.
We just wanted to mention the 3 of them. Yeah,
Rough times. It's unfortunate, is what it is. Doing something that you love and that.
yeah.
But yeah, Tony Brooks, 6 wins, 10 podiums, 75 career wins overall. Insane.
Living
75
legend.
career points. Absolute. It's a monumental thing for like today's generation of F1 cars as well. He, like we said earlier, he was one of the last of the 1950s drivers to have won a race to still be alive today.
Yeah.
That's
And-
where F1 history takes place. That's where
It
it all
does.
starts.
That's where it all starts. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I read that he's tried watching at least one race from every season, which just shows like F1 and how, I don't know, how meaningful it can be,
For
not
him.
just from the racing, just for like, I know, people and,
Yeah.
and their hobby.
It's-
And
Did you guys know his nickname was the Racing Dentist?
yeah,
The-
I did know that actually.
The Racing Dentist.
Yeah.
No way.
Yep.
Why?
Oh, whenever he'd always have his head in his dentistry books.
I
It
love
wasn't
that.
about racing, he'd
awesome.
always have his head in his dentistry books.
Oh
I
my
love that.
goodness. I didn't know that. There you go.
F1
Fun
is
fact
simply
for
not
the
the
day.
same as it used to be.
Oh,
No.
it's
No,
definitely
It's
not.
really not.
all
We
of
have like what back then he was obviously he's doing dentistry, and
Back then you
racing
had to
a
have
Formula One car.
Back then you had another job.
Yeah, it's insane.
Now you're getting paid $50 million a year to drive a
just
car.
to drive the car. Yeah.
it's insane to see how the sport has like changed. Like back then you would have to, have a second job, work your ass off to
But
even
also
just
drive in
try and
multiple
get your
different
car to
competitions.
work. Yeah,
Yeah.
you would try and try and try and try. Now you just sign a piece of paper and hop in a car. I mean, they do try, and of course they work their asses off. These are amazing people racing in the fastest cars in the world, but now it's so much easier because of course the teams have the money to support the drivers, and there's sponsors that are willing to pay millions compared to back in the days where these guys were having to have second jobs, go to uni, get degrees. It's insane to see how much it's changed.
Way back, like Jim Clark time, he was doing like Formula 1, Formula 2, everything else at the same time. Now it's you use Formula. You can't do that.
Yeah.
If you're in Formula 1, you're in Formula 1.
Yeah, that's it. You can't race anywhere
It's just
else.
insane the fact that you would. Oh, I've got 2 races this weekend. Which one do I want to go do? I'm gonna go do this one.
Yeah.
But there was a case where it was like Liam Lawson racing in DTM and F2 last year.
But
That
is-
and
That is
that's
why AF Corsa this year has Sebastian and Nick as one car, and then a full-time driver in the other car, because Sebastian Loeb and Nick Cassidy both do other series. Nick's doing Formula E, Sebastian's doing bit everything, but Extreme E. So they share the drive because obviously
They both
One could
can't.
be
Yeah.
away.
they both can't be there at the same
Yeah.
time.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Fun
But yeah, you
fact
can't
of
do
the
that in
day.
Formula 1.
No,
No.
it's crazy to
it's
see
not.
how in just a couple of years the whole meaning and the whole idea behind racing changed.
Yeah.
It's quite cool.
It is.
Actually.
It's insane. And in the next few years it's going to change again, especially when is it changing the engine in 2026 to be
Yeah.
more sustainable?
sustainable.
Sustainable.
I don't
There's
want to
gonna
hear
be a lot of-
sustainability from F1
Yeah.
until their calendar is in a logical order.
Yeah.
Please
Explain
tell
to me why this week we're going to America, but then we're leaving America, but then we've got more races in America. Like,
Literally, I was trying to explain this to my parents. I'm like, so the F1 is starting off in Bahrain. Yep, fair enough. Goes to Jeddah. Makes sense. Then comes down to Australia.
Australia should be the
What?
start.
Yeah. and
It's
then-
too hard on the drivers' bodies to
Yeah.
come
And
from
jet lag.
Jeddah to Australia and then
exactly.
leave back into that time zone. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense at all.
And 5 days really realistically isn't enough time
No.
to get over jet lag, especially going from as far as they were coming over here. It's too far. Like, yes, they may feel okay, but once they get in those cars, we saw how they all reacted when they got in their cars. It wasn't the best
Yeah.
weekend for quite a few people.
And then to have 30 races on a calendar as well on top of that, or like what's like the non-chronological order, it kind of makes no sense.
Yeah. And everyone comments on how the drivers are always looking tired, like they're the ones to blame. Like
Yeah,
it's
like,
not their fault.
yeah.
They're flying over the whole world.
I know it's like first world problems, like
What-
Yeah, yeah.
flying over.
but like
You're trying
Yeah.
doing it.
I
I
know
think
else.
F1 needs to like take a leaf out of Extreme E's book.
Yeah.
yeah, I know personally
I'm sure they'd teach them
though,
something.
if I had to hop on a plane and fly to all these different countries and continents within a short amount of weeks per year, that they do, because of course they're not racing 12 months of the year, they're only racing a couple of months a year. If I had to go to all these places in such a short time span, I would be tired. I can't even adjust to like
2 week
a
period.
3
I had to
hour
take a
difference,
nap.
let alone
I had to
let
take a
alone-
nap today just after going shopping in town. I was wiped.
I was tired.
like they don't purposely stay up all night playing video games. They literally
Max
wake up,
Verstappen, maybe.
work. Yeah, but they wake up, work out, do their online content to, please everyone who wants online content from them, and then they go to sleep, and they then do that
It's-
again and
It's
again.
like in
and
the
again.
C squared challenge where Carlos was like, "Oh, we've got hard.
Yeah.
Oh my
What
gosh!
did he say?
yes.
Charles was like, no, we've got it
hard
easy.
life. Yeah, no man.
got it
we've got
easy.
No, then it was them like having to do their
Sign
signatures,
autographs. Yeah,
sign
Such a
autographs
hard
in the
life.
driver
Yeah.
cards.
yeah.
That
I
is
was
not a
like,
hard life.
whoa, let's not get cancelled today, man.
He's like,
We
"No,
have
mate, we've
easy
got it
lives. We put ourselves in a cart and we drive around a squiggly circuit. We
And they
risk
get
our
money.
lives, but
We're
it's
getting
not
paid to
hard.
do what we love.
Yeah.
We're not getting
Literally
paid a
first world
couple hundred.
problems.
We're getting paid
Yeah.
a couple million per year.
My student loan is pretty much what these guys make in a day.
In an hour.
If not more.
Literally.
Hang on. So Max gets 50 million a year. You can ignore me.
She's doing her maths for
Doing the math.
she's got
quick
a
maths.
calculator out. She's punching in the numbers. And she's here to
What?
share with us all the numbers.
How many days are in a year?
365,
65.
366
Shut
in a
up.
leap year.
Oh my god. All I have to say is I'm excited to see how this season develops. Because
Yeah,
already
aside
seeing from
Miami.
race 1 till now what's developed, I'm excited to see what will develop.
And
Yes,
like,
Sam, what did you figure out?
Okay. So currently my student loan is $20,000.
Mhm.
Max gets paid $50 million a year. There's 365 days in a year. He gets paid $137,000 a day.
Yeah. So like,
Wow.
Hey,
Max,
Max.
If you're listening, do you want to pay off my student loan?
do you want to
Do you
It's
want to help
literally
out
like
a fellow
half a day.
fan?
help out a girl?
I love how this
Oh
whole
my
podcast
gosh.
has been us calling out people that help us out or join us or become our friends.
It's
That's
been
great.
so unhinged. Don't
Marketing.
feel
Yeah,
obliged
it's
been
to,
just-
but
It's
if
just
you
the
want
Miami
to,
vibes.
be honest.
yeah, it's my
It
It's
is.
bringing
New
out
track
inner
vibes.
Danny Rick.
I
in
do
all
have
of
to
us.
say, ever since Australia, there's been something in the air. Ever since Australia, the drivers have been unhinged. There's been the Pierre effect on overload. There's been
Mhm.
Liked by
Lewis
Pierre
on
Gasly.
overload. There's been Pierre liking everything on overload. All the drivers have just been unhinged.
He's even been
with
liking memes
everything.
about him liking memes.
No, whose story was it? He liked a meme that wasn't even relating about
Oh, yeah.
anything. I think it was She Loves F1.
Does he just sit
or
there when he's
Live Up
bored, like
Lydia.
scrolling the explore page?
Yeah, he must.
I reckon he
must.
does. I reckon he does.
It's the only explanation.
It really is. But I fear we have come to the end of today's podcast, as we have covered everything we've wanted to talk about and everything we feel like we've needed to talk about. Does anyone have any closing words for us today?
Really hope you all enjoyed that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a bit of unhingedness from us all.
And
And
how
Thank
we
you
got
for
more comfortable.
listening. We
We
love you all again.
We do see all the messages you guys leave us.
We do.
do.
We're just a little
And
bit
we-
socially awkward and don't like compliments that much.
We really appreciate